To complete this division work, you'll need to scroll down. To answer each of the questions, you'll see the steps say, as a reminder, you can watch this lesson on using racks and tubes. Then, you're going to need to pull up the digital racks and tubes to complete each of the questions below. I recommend writing down the equations in your notebook first. Then, coming back into this card and going here to select the Racks and Tubes link. With the questions in your notebook already, you won't have to switch between the two tabs. For example, in the first one, my dividend was into the thousands. Remember when using this program to click slowly and to be careful. So I'll carefully add a cup for my units, then my tens, then my hundreds, and then my thousands. I'll add the beads from the equation. This is the equation I'll be doing, 1,542 divided by 6. That means I need 2 units, 4 tens, 5 hundreds, and 1,000. If you have the equations in your notebook, as I said, it'll be easier and you won't have to switch back and forth. Now that I have my beads into my bowls, I can click Done. I'm going to add a board, and my divisor was 6. So I'm going to click on my Skittles and place 6 on the board. I'll say again, using this slowly is key. Once I have my Skittles here, I can click Start. When I click Start, it brings my 1,000 cup down, which I know that I can't use. I don't have enough. So I'm going to go ahead and click Clear Switch, because I'll need to start with my hundreds. I know that I'll need to exchange this 1,000, so I'll click on the cup to highlight it and click Exchange. It now puts the thousands into my hundreds. I can click on the hundreds and place them under each Skittle on my division board until I either see that I don't have enough left to go again, or perhaps I want to lay the rest of them down just to check. If you do this, it's okay. You can just click on the bead again and put it back. You'll notice, though, that the bowl is highlighted when I need to place it on the board. When the bowl is not highlighted, it allows me to put the beads back in. Since I can't do any more hundreds, I'll record my 2 in my notebook as part of my answer. 2 hundreds. I'll now click Clear and Switch. I have my 200s recorded, and I move on to my tens. I see I have 4 tens, so I'm going to go ahead and exchange one of my hundreds to tens by highlighting the red hundreds cup, clicking Exchange, and you'll see them appear in the tens. I'll begin by highlighting the cup to lay them out on my board. I've laid out all my tens, but I have more hundreds to exchange. I highlight the hundreds, exchange, highlight the tens, and continue placing my tens. I've run out of tens, but I still have 100 left to exchange. I highlight the 100 and exchange, and begin laying down the rest of my tens. I can see that I can't lay down enough, so I begin to put the 4 back in and know that I'll need to now switch. I have a total of 5 tens, so I record the 5 in my notebook as part of my quotient, and then go to Clear and Switch. The Clear and Switch now brings my units down, and I can see I don't have enough to lay on my board. So I highlight my tens and make an exchange for one of my tens. I now highlight my units and lay them out across my board. I'm out of units, but I still have tens I need to exchange. So I highlight my tens and click Exchange. I can continue laying down my units. I've run out, but I still have more tens to exchange. I highlight my tens, click Exchange, and continue laying out my units. I'm out of units, and I have one final 10 to exchange. So I highlight the tens, and I click Exchange. I now highlight my unit bowl and begin to lay down the remaining units I have. You now see that I have no units left, with a total of 7. So I record the 7 in my notes as part of my quotient, with my final answer being 257 for the quotient. With all of them finished, I can click Clear and Switch, and you'll notice that it's letting you know you have finished the problem. Making sure that you have your answer recorded in your notebook for the problem, you can click Reset and begin again for your next problem. Once you have all of your answers written in your notebook, you can then go back into your Altitude card and type them in the answer box before submitting this work. The steps for this work, as a reminder, are to first record the questions and the problems in your notebook. 2, go to the racks and tubes and answer them. Then complete the questions below before turning in the card. Completing these questions and writing them down is required. In addition, you'll need to show your student work, which is also required, taking a picture of your notebook work with each problem that you've solved.